Hi YouTube, it's Maddie Gab 2012, or better known as Madeline. I'm coming to you with my week 58 update. I had VSG surgery on October 14th, 2013. My highest ever weight recorded was in the summer of 2013. It was 252 pounds and some change. I started my pre-op diet September 30th, 2013. At that point, I weighed 247 and some change. On surgery date, October 14th, I was 237 and some change. So lost about 10 pounds exactly on the pre-op diet. Coming to you today with week 58, and as I said before, and I guess I'm at goal. I said that a few weeks ago. Last time I made a video, I said I was at goal. I guess I'm at goal now. And my weight this morning when I weighed was 119.4. And wow, that's the first time I've said that out loud. And it's weird. It's a weird state to be in. And I don't know if others have commented on this or not, but I think VSG Hope did say something about this, because she was saying that she's always been either losing weight or gaining weight, never been in the maintaining weight. And I called goal a few weeks back, the last time I made a video. I think it was week 53-ish, because I was at, I think, 124 or so. And, but then I joined the Ready, Set, Goal Challenge, which for me, it wasn't so much to lose more weight. It was mainly to focus on the exercise portion. And because water and food had always been good. Exercise really had been good too. But I think I wanted to focus more on the exercise, and then also more on fluids and mindless eating in the afternoons, primarily between like 4:30 and 8:30. So I wanted to focus on that with the challenge, and I think that's why I joined in the beginning. I was dismissed from the group for reasons that I still have yet to really understand. But that's a whole different story, so I'm not going to go there. But I did enjoy my time in the group, because one of the things that I did notice was that I became very conscious of the exercise portion and trying to incorporate strength training as well as cardio into my workout routine. And I think the transition happened for a couple of different reasons. Not only joining the group, but also at the time, I live here in Houston, Texas, well, outside of Houston, Texas. And so I think at that time, at the same time that I joined the group, the weather started changing. And I do not deal very well with cold weather. That's why I live here rather than up north anywhere. But I do not deal well with cold weather, so I decided to take my exercise indoors, which gave me a lot of options and put somewhat of a limitation on me, but gave me a lot of options. Because when I was exercising at home, I'd get up every morning and I'd run, because I don't know if I've mentioned this, but I know way back when, way, my goal, even before having weight loss surgery, was to run a half marathon. And so I'm in the process of training with that, because I finally got someone to commit to doing it with me. And so we're going to do that in April. So I had printed offline a training schedule and things, and with that training schedule, doing it at home, it was just so easy to go pick up and run outside. But with the weather shift, it forced me indoors to back to the gym, which, I'd always been going to the gym on the weekends, but never really during the week. So during the work week, I still get up in the mornings and I have an hour to do my workout. And in that program, the trainer program, it was 4 days of running and 3 days off. So what I decided to do, since the challenge was to exercise at least 30 minutes, 7 days a week, I decided that since I was going to the gym anyway and I was getting up early anyway, that I would just get up early every day, and then on my off days for running, I would incorporate more of the strength training and things, which I knew I needed to do anyway. So that's been a great benefit. And because I had actually, speaking of strength training, since I knew I had to focus on that, because I'm a cardio junkie. I love cardio and will do any kind of cardio except for classes because I'm very uncoordinated. But any kind of, I love cardio. But strength training to me has always been boring because it was so slow. And I think not seeing the results was slow, but just actually moving from machine to machine, lifting weight after weight, setting the weight, blah, blah. It was just very slow, and I like something a little bit more fast-paced. So I had done a self-imposed challenge with my sister in October to do planks, squats, and push-ups. It was 60 squats, 10 30-second planks, and 10 push-ups. And so that went really well, and I really did see results after the month was up. So coming into this new challenge, oh, I'm sorry, I said October. That was in September. So coming into this new challenge was really good too, because it helps me to really refocus on the strength aspect of it and doing the strength training, which I know is good for running too, because you're going to need the muscles in order to improve your running. So it just helped me to, all the challenges have just helped me to refocus on that strength aspect, because that's usually what I hate the most. Let's see. Holidays coming up. I'm not too worried about the holidays because it's very interesting. The result of this VSG surgery, it changed my taste buds. They talked about that a lot when I was investigating, how their taste buds had changed. And mine have, I believe. And I don't particularly care about cakes and pies and stuff like that. I don't think that's going to be a big issue, because one of the things I had determined when I had the surgery was not to reintroduce those things. And so I think I've done well with that. Birthdays, with it being just me and my daughter, birthdays and things like that. She's a big cake eater, and it's easy to get a cupcake or a slice of cake or something to where we don't have a whole thing here. So I haven't reintroduced cakes and pies and things like that. But what I have noticed, that I like the sweetness that I get, or that I crave. And it's not really a sweetness. I noticed that I will do what I have reintroduced, and I don't particularly like it, is crackers. And I think it is the crunch that I'm craving now, because I used to be a sweet person. I love sweets, but now I think it's more of the crunch that I desire, rather than the sweetness, because a lot of things are even too sweet. So The little Mexican biscuit crackers, would never do those because I don't even like those. I've never liked those. I tried them when I was little and I never liked them because they weren't sweet enough. But now they are so crunchy that I think, again, I'm desiring the crunch. So I think that's why I'm liking them now. And then I cannot buy the little baked off-brand wheat thins. Can't buy those because I will chew and chew and chew. And it literally is the crunch. Also, another thing that I have difficulty with is nuts. And I'm like, my word. Can I have no fun? But I am enjoying nuts. And I tend to overindulge in nuts. So them being in the house, I have to keep it very sporadic. And I think one of the reasons, too, I've always liked nuts. But one of the reasons I'm liking them so much now is because they almost have like a meaty flavor to me, which sounds sort of weird. And then also they go down easier. Because usually I can chew them and they dissolve and they go down very easily. So I have to watch myself with the nuts that I am consuming. Let's see. Lauren Losing a few months ago did a taste test on the Ellie Quirk, which is, from what she was saying, is really a cheese. I'm walking. I'm going to go get it. Which is a cheese, but it has the texture of a yogurt. And I finally was able to find some of those in my area. And I'm going to show it to you real quick. Oops. Here you go. Ellie Quark. This is the red velvet. It has the same calorie count as the Dannon Light and Fit, but it has more protein. It has 4 grams of protein and 6 sugars, 11 carbs, which are a little bit less than the Dannon Light and Fit and not as much artificial sweetener. When I actually tried it for the first time last week, then I was able, the texture was the same, and anybody who knows me knows that I have issues with texture. But the texture was the same as the Greek yogurt, which was good. The flavor was milder because, again, it doesn't have as many artificial sugars and things as the Dannon Light and Fit. So anyway, I like that. It's relatively expensive, I think, compared to the Dannon Light and Fit. So I'm not sure, unless I had to go into central Houston, to purchase it. So unless it becomes available locally, I don't know if I'll be buying it again until it does become available locally. And I'm going to try to request it from my supermarket and see if they can get it in. Because I don't know if the gas and the price to go get it was worth it compared to the Dannon Light and Fit. Let's see, what else did I want to talk about? So, talked about that. Did a lot of crock pot cooking for the challenge. Not necessarily for the challenge, just because I felt like cooking. I don't know. I think earlier in the month it was more of cooking, feeling like cooking. Lately, I've been wanting to clean. I don't know if I'm just trying to keep myself busy or what, to help try to reduce the mindless eating at night, and especially at night. Let's see, talked about the holidays. Oh, another thing I wanted to talk about is my weight, and I guess I forgot when I talked about that, so I'm going to go back a little bit. This is like a very unorganized expository essay. Anyway, the 119.4, and I don't know if that's really right because I weighed myself at the gym and it was 120.75. So I don't know if that's right, but I don't know. I'm only 4'11", and 119.4 is in the technically normal range for me, for a person of my height. But I don't know how I feel about it yet. The last time I was in the 1-teens, I was probably about 23 or 24. And I'd been heavy all my life, and I just lost a bunch of weight through Nutrisystem. And in trying to maintain that weight loss from using Nutrisystem, I was doing some very unhealthy things, laxatives and things like that, doing very unhealthy things to stay that weight. And so, so that was the last time I was in the 1-teens. Being here today as a woman of my age, I'm really not sure how I feel about being this weight. Others have commented like a couple of weeks ago. They were like, okay, you need to stop now. And so, but I mean, I don't see it. I guess because I see myself without clothes and I see my issues. And that maybe skews my view. Another thing, another thing about this is how do I put this? Am I satisfied? Or do I listen to other people? Or as VSG Hope was saying, man, this is a really unorganized expository essay. Anyway, how about losing and never maintaining? Because I too I'm either going down or going up, going down or going up. Do I know how to stay the same? I'm not sure. So I guess I'll have to kind of check in next week or in the next few weeks, the next update, to see how I feel about that and where I am in the next couple of weeks. But the positive thing is that it does give me a good cushion as far as a maintenance range is concerned. 120 to 130. Anyway, I guess I am out of conversation. Thank you guys for watching, and I will check in the next time there's a big event. Bye.